Have you ever wondered why Pinkie Pie has this psychotic personality, increasing her negative popularity? So get ready because I'll tell you the reason now. Hey beautiful people, I'm Julie, and if there is something that everyone knows or at least agrees on, is that pink is the color of freakiness. And with My Little Pony, it ain't different since Pinkie Pie isn't like, how can I put it, with the head in the right place, to say the least. The problem is that this made a lot of fans and haters too to start to see this pony in another perspective, creating fan arts of her unaliving her friends or doing unspeakable things to Rainbow Dash, for in the end turn her into cupcakes. People were even comparing Pinkie Pie with Hannibal Lecter. Man, where did this came from? And guys, the episode that started this psycho portrait of the character was Party of One. For those who don't remember or never saw that episode, here's the deal. In it, Pinkie Pie invites all her friends for a second party for Gummy, her pet alligator. But her friends started to give excuses not to go into Pinkie's pie party. The pony, not getting the hint, gets really sad for being rejected by all of them. And just so you know, the sadness within her was so big that her mane goes straight, losing that spark that once had. And man, here where the things start to get complicated, since Pinkie Pie simply gets flour sacks, a turnip, and some stones in her newest friends. Mad crazy. But then Rainbow Dash arrives at Pinkie Pie's place and does everything to take her out of the house, so she can later find that her friends have organized a surprise party for Pinkie Pie, and that's why they were giving the lame excuses. Then the pony goes back to normal and everything gets fine. Well, it should be at least. This is because fans got this scene right here of the pony losing her sanity with that twisted look in her eye, and gave this form of Pinkie Pie the name Pinkamena Diane Pie, this being actually her full name. And there we have it. In a short amount of time, we got a lot of fan arts, creepypastas, and even songs of this sick version of Pinkie Pie, where her main victim is always Rainbow Dash, since she was the first one to came help Pinkie Pie to get out of her house forcefully in the official episode. But before we continue, answer me, do you consider yourself a huge fan or a hater of Pinkie Pie? And why? I want to know it all, okay? And look, I could end the video right here saying that she is crazy for no reason, or just because Hasbro wanted to. But no, my friends, this one was just a briefing of the character, so we can understand how she is mentally. And my first observation is kinda obvious for those who saw the episode Party of One. Pinkie Pie doesn't like to be alone. We can see that she has an immense care for each of her friends, knowing the birthday of each one and their likes and dislikes. But at the moment that she realized that no one wanted to go to her party, she got depressed, believing that all her friends disliked her. Then she creates her own mental world, where that flour sack and turnip and the stones are her new friends. Like if they really talked and moved, while she was there manipulating those things. Yes guys, this explains the reason why Pinkie Pie always wanted to be friends with everyone in Equestria, no matter who the person is or where does it came from. Like if it was some kind of way to avoid being rejected. And this for me looks a lot like autophobia, which is the fear of being alone or ignored by others, leading to psychological symptoms like the one in the first season, when her friends rejected the invitation for Gummy's party. And we see this same reaction in the special Sunset's Backstage Pass, where Sunset Shimmer spends all day ignoring Pinkie Pie so she can see post-church show. Pinkie creates a really bizarre version of Sunset after realizing she was rejected by her friend, but without those bizarre hallucination parts. Another episode where she demonstrates this insane personality is in the episode Secrets and Pies, where Pinkie Pie starts to get suspicious that Rainbow Dash is throwing her pies away, leading the pony to be paranoid about it. But this time, she starts to theorize that Rainbow Dash is actually an evil pony that hated her pies and had laser eye beams to destroy them. What? Do you get how crazy she is? Like, she just theorized a lot of nonsense. It's fine that Rainbow Dash didn't like pies after all, but laser eyes? Rainbow Dash as a villain with pointy teeth? And if you also think that she had an overreaction in this episode, leave a like in this video, so I know that you are on board with me for that one. But if you disagree, leave a like in this video and explain it to me in the comments, right? Moving on. This makes me wonder if the pony has a severe hypomania disorder, a disorder that makes the person have excessive amount of energy, sometimes leading to insomnia because she can't contain the energy. And like I know that this could be the result of her personality, but sometimes she can run and move at the same speed at Rainbow Dash, which is considered in the show one of the fastest ponies in Equestria. It isn't possible that a handful of candies can make the pony run for 60 miles per hour. Of course, that we can't forget that My Little Pony is a family show, so this insane side of Pinkie Pie is really for comic relief. But I would also say that this comedy got a little out of hand, since this pony ended up in the aim of creepypastas. And do you want more? Those famous videos where we see Pinkie Pie breaking her friends' faces, or the famous cupcakes one, ended up surpassing the scope of the fandom, being shown to people who didn't even know that G4 of My Little Pony was. Then these people watched these horrific videos and thought that was part of the show, and assimilated that Pinkie Pie of the series, which is sweet and kind, to a pony that is violent in animations, which was sadistic, obsessed with cupcakes, and especially obsessed with Rainbow Dash, since most of these animations put Rainbow Dash as the main victim of Pinkie Pie. And I'm sure as heck that Hasbro knew about these spooky fanfictions that people made, cause in the episode Yakety Sax, Pinkie Pie ended up really sad after finding out that her friends hated the sound that the Yakety made. Then the pony gets really depressed, with the straight mane and great shades of color. Then the main six try to find a way to let her friend happy again, and for all the ponies that they could choose from, they choose Rainbow Dash to bake cupcakes for her, just like in the fanfictions. They even show that sadistic smile of her again, something that had only happened in that first time in the first season, so much that the appearance of cupcakes is horrific, in a way to ironize the ingredients that fanfiction Pinkie Pie used, which were pony parts, something that shouldn't make a really great cupcake. I would say that this was mostly an intern joke of the studio for the people that somehow like this fanfiction of Pinkie Pie, which is sickly obsessed with Rainbow Dash. But if it was up to me to end this, I would say that Pinkie Pie is just Pinkie Pie, an intense pony which can't control her emotions while she is near her friends, but that either way would never, I repeat, never hurt one of them. So you guys can chill out. She isn't some Yunogasai. But what about you? Do you think that Pinkie Pie was a psycho, or always knew that the pony is a good person, incapable of doing any harm? Let's discuss it in the comments, and feel free to comment which themes I can bring to the channel, okay? Thanks a lot for watching till here, and hasta la vista!